Hey guys, it's Brett again. Day after Memorial Day. Hopefully you guys had a nice time with your family, enjoyed the weather a little bit. Hopefully you didn't eat and drink too much because we got another workout today. So the format, we've got 6 exercises. You're gonna go 25 minutes. I want you to give me as many rounds as you can, right? So very similar workout. Before this, I want you to do a few stretches, obviously like 90-90, maybe some cat-cows, pigeon pose, and then 15 to 20 squats, some lunges. Just get moving a little bit, just like you would before any activity, just like you do before golf or anything. But our first movement is going to be a lateral lunge. Then we've got a single arm bent over row if you have weights. If not, then Superman will suffice. And then we've got a side star hip bridge, a cockroach, breakdowns, and then walrus push-ups, which are essentially up to down dogs without your legs or thighs touching the ground in between. So the lateral lunge, we've got 15 reps per side, and their traditional lunge, I want you to start with your feet together, kick that foot out, push the butt back, and then bring the feet back together. So that is stage 1, I would say. But if you're pretty good at lateral lunges, you can take that step out, and then when you come back, bring that knee right in front of the hip. So when you do this, make sure, I'll get square with the camera, make sure that your knee ends up right in front of the hip. I don't want you guys finishing across the body. The goal here is to stabilize in a non-rotated position at the top. So 15 one way, then 15 the other. Then we've got a single arm bent over row, which is just where I want the feet even, and I want you to go into a deadlift position, right? So flat back, big chest, and then the non-active arm is going to be out to the side in a fist, and the side with the weight is going to be rowing straight back. I want 15 of these on one side, and then 15 on the other side, always squeezing that towel at the top of the movement to really engage the lat. If you don't have any weights, that is fine. You can go into Superman, which is just where you are flat on the ground, your arms are extended overhead, and you're bringing everything off the ground. So you're trying to bring your knees off the ground and your arms off the ground as high as you can. So just really engaging every muscle along the back of the torso. After the Superman or the rows, we're going to that side star hip bridge. And this is a pretty familiar movement. You're going to be in a side plank in short lever position, meaning I want the knees on the ground. So you're starting with your butt sort of pushed back, and then as you push away from the ground, your hips are coming forward. So there's 3 things. You're lifting the knee off as you come up, you're bringing your body up, and you're bringing your hips forward. So real time, it looks like that. So what this is doing is engaging the glute through multiple planes of motion. It's a really good exercise. If you want to feel a little bit more, you can hold the position at the top of the movement. I want 10 of those per side. Once you're done with those, you're going to flip right onto your back, and I want you to kick the legs straight up in the air. Try to keep the knees as straight as you can, and then you're going to exhale and reach, and then come back down. So notice there's a little bit of hesitation at the top. I want a little bit of a pause, and then exhale is really going to help engage the abs. So one thing I don't want is as you get tired, I don't want you throwing the arms up. I want you to use the abs to slowly curl the spine vertebra by vertebra off the ground. So those we have 20 of. Once you're done with those, we're going to stand that up. We're going to go to breakdown. So essentially what this is this is a triple extension position. So up on the toes, I'm pushing through the toes, knees are straight, hips are fully forward, and then I'm going to drop into my squat and then go back to the toes. So this is meant to be a powerful movement, meant to pattern your squat position. So when you land, you should be in a position where you could hold onto a weight and squat, right? So I want all these positions to look good, not broken. We're gonna do 20 of those. Once you're done with those 20, the last movement before you start back over the top is gonna be a walrus push-up, or like I mentioned, it's essentially a down to up dog. So you're gonna start in that, I believe this is the down dog position, and then I want you to imagine like you're ducking underneath something, reaching up, and then you're gonna reverse it to get back. So if those are too tough and you can't get that 10 to 20 mark, then what I want you to do is give me as many of those type of push-ups as you can, and then try to finish out that 10 to 20 reps with either knee push-ups or regular push-ups. But try to do at least a couple of the walrus push-ups. It's gonna be really good for the shoulders. And the last little thing I wanna mention about that is when you get to that finished position, when you go underneath and you're into that up dog, I want your shoulders to be out of the ears. I don't want you to finish in that shrugged position, all right? When you're finished with this whole thing, after you've done your 25 to 30 minutes, take some time for a cool down. So stretch out the hamstrings, the quads, the lats, anything that's feeling extra tight or fatigued, and just take 5 to 10 minutes to work on breathing and lowering your heart rate, all right? So I will see you guys next Monday. Have a great week.